Evidence is growing in Sudan that the United Arab Emirates is supplying weapons to the RSF, a paramilitary that has executed and tortured thousands of civilians. Given the scale of the atrocities, why are the UAE's allies in Europe and the US remaining silent?
This is the sort of new order that we're seeing, where governments drive an interest-based foreign policy rather than a value-based policy.
That it doesn't want to put at risk over human rights violations in Sudan.
Most of these interests are financial.
Where the UAE are seen, unfortunately, as an ATM by most European governments who want tens of billions, if not more, worth of investments into their countries.
Whether it's a new AI center in France, an investment deal with Italy, or football clubs in the UK, the UAE proves to be a big spender. It's also pumping billions of dollars into US industries and real estate.
They invested over $2 billion in a cryptocurrency exchange that is owned by the Trump family, the Trump Corporation. They've actually committed to investing over $1 trillion in the U.S. economy over the next 10 years, which is a staggering number.
Then there's the profit coming from arms sales.
Washington sells a great deal of weapons and other advanced weapon systems to the UAE.
Major arms deals were made already during the Biden administration. And Trump has further approved a $1.6 billion sale to the UAE earlier this year. A lot of the UAE's weapons also come from Europe.
The UAE is a very big spender, particularly in France.
A deal signed in 2021, where the UAE ordered 80 fighter jets from France, was France's largest ever weapons contract for export.
The money that they invest, which are tens of billions of dollars, is a very, very important influx of investment in this part of European industry and secures jobs.
Investigations by journalists and rights groups suggest that some weapons or parts manufactured by the UK and France ended up in the hands of RSF fighters via the UAE. And even though there's a UN arms embargo on Sudan, there's none on the UAE.
The UAE is a very, very important buyer of Western arms, and beggars can't be choosers. So, if you want these investments from the UAE, you need to kind of keep the UAE on side.
Then there is the issue of energy security. Not only is the UAE one of the world's biggest oil exporters who have leverage over the oil markets, it's also investing billions in developing renewable energy. It has launched trade talks with the EU this year and aims to export this green hydrogen.
So energy interdependence between Europe and the Gulf is deepening, especially as Europe is kind of pivoting away from Russia.
The West also see the UAE as an important security partner in the region.
Since the Arab Spring, we've seen the Europeans and also the Americans gradually withdrawing from the Middle East and delegating that sort of security provision to local partners. And one of these local partners is the UAE.
In 2024, the US designated the UAE as a major defense partner, the only country with such recognition after India. This year, the US has sold defense weapons to the UAE worth billions of dollars. The UAE holds the Jebel Ali port in Dubai, which is the US Navy's largest port of call in the Middle East.
Washington has been, very vocal in their praise of the UAE and the alignment of US national security interests with the UAE.
But that over-reliance on the UAE could backfire, much like what we see in Sudan.
But I think the Western countries, European countries, have made the mistake of thinking that the Emiratis would do it for free, when in reality the UAE will do what they do, sometimes in support of the West, but more often than not, increasingly also in support of their own national interests, which are ever more at odds with values and European interests.